But I must confess you, neither Godwin sends Zephyr, neither these two will bring down the vessel's grid. The vessel needs just 5 years more. Why the Kino Casino will win. Why is truly over in the future of humanity. Memes versus genes. We have mentioned this fact countless times but never elaborated into it. Memes and genes are the basic units of our human experience that actually matter. Is what you are being judged on. Is what sustains you. Is what has kept you alive so long. Enough for you to listen to this video. The core of the human experience are these two monoliths in brutal competition. Ever since we use language as a means of communication, man's inherent instinct for reproduction when thwarted, needs an escape valve, a cope. The highest order cope that created every single belief system is memetics. Is the way you can replicate yourself without reproduction. Memetics are the only way you can replicate yourself, if you have been sexually discarded. Moses, Buddha, Darwin, and Marx were more successful replicators of themselves than any Chad during their lifetimes. This fact was true ever since the invention of organized religion. Now, this fact is reversed, is being retrograded. The ideological expression of genetics, the genetics party, was and has been the right wing. The aristocratic rule, the rule of the fit, the most capable, the beautiful, and their consolidation over the unworthy, unwashed masses. Coitus ergo sum, the ideological expression of memetics is the left wing. And liberalism, as a worldview, is flatlining everything into equality. Because the extrinsic value memetics can add to something or someone. Every concept is being expanded. Every culture is equalized. The greatest memetics level is solipsism, mind only, the idea only. Cogito ergo sum, the maximum expression of the right wing is ethnic cleansing. The maximum expressions of the left wing is ideological cleansing. Both dispose of millions of human lives. Who are listening to this message, you probably belong to a containment online sector. In this place, you can find neo-Nazis, conspiracy theorists, QAnon boomers, online trolls and A-logs. Ultimately everyone who doesn't fit in normie land is contained here. This way, governments can keep a facade of freedom of speech. All the while, suppressing ideas that can germinate into threats is cheaper than jails and gulags. The esoteric truth behind the black pill. The black pill exists because of the inherent contradictions that liberal democracy has as the ruling world conception. You are being bombarded with messages of equality, Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, and diversity, acceptance, integration. That is the great taboo of postmodern society. Thou shalt not discriminate, thou shalt not hate. Dissent is hate, and expressing that dissent is hate speech. Yet at the same time in modern digital societies, we see the postmodern versions of the ancient Greek pharmacos. There is a critical mass of men who cannot get laid no matter what they do, who are actively rejected like lepers or beggars, to whom every message of diversity and integration turns into explicit disgust and nauseating hatred. Socially acceptable nauseating hatred. Consumer-based hatred is not only socially acceptable but encouraged. And consent ultimately is a matter of market choice and not a so-called agency. Why is this a blatant contradiction? Why women, the overwhelmingly liberal sex, is what represents more accurately the genetics party. Why are we being pushed to be equal, yet if left to our own devices, we are behaving increasingly cruelly? This is because these two forces, memetics and genetics, are reaching their logical conclusion as processes affected by hyper-technology. The esoteric truth. Humanity is in the first stages of reaching the singularity. Memes will reach AI singularity, and genes will reach bioengineering black pill terminus. This is Hormaxer.
Good evening! Welcome to the Alabama's home of the androcentric black pill! The song has come, the Coopers are here, this is androcentrism at its finest! Right now, America is right! America! Can't barely hold my cock. The poon and the troon will lay, the women will eventually, my body will be so aesthetically ripped, so aesthetically mogmacked, okay, that they will pay tribute to have my anaconda plow their holes, not the other way around. Things are changing, a wind of change is coming, a hurricane is coming. It is called the Howling Madness, the androcentric, and Coomer, and we will build Coomervilles across the United States!
Hormaxer is just a signal of the inexorable future in which men will suffer increasing biological alterations, all to participate in an ever more ruthless and Galtonian sexual market. The Chris Chan Great Merge, in which TV show cartoons and real life will conflate into one space-time point, is true. I know it sounds schizophrenic, but you are watching esotericism. What else did you expect? Chris Chan's vessel's hermeneutics are calibrated to understand things in terms of cartoons. It's like relaying large quantities of data to a vintage computer. The singularity is the point when AI will be able to self-improve and self-replicate to a rate greater than human intervention could edit or stop it. That only means one thing. You will become obsolete. We all will become obsolete. The triumph of nomadics that created Christianity will be ironically the Antichrist. The capital A Antichrist. People will worship the god AI as the second coming of Christ. The greatest proponent of the god AI considered suicide the only true rational solution to the current conundrums we found ourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. The god AI will be able to perform little miracles. The god AI will be able to edit events in humans to the molecular level in instants. Just like AI seemed impossible 10 years ago, yet the commercially available uses of AI already threaten to replace millions of jobs. Bioengineering will create men and women that would mug anyone and everyone alive today. The nanobots currently being embedded into drunken surfers' male alpaca milk-flavored yogurt are the first stage, indeed. And until we reach that point, the most brutal genetic editing race will start to happen. Possibly it will start in China. And the US and Russia will have to compete in order to survive. Gene editing to resist plagues and diseases, anti-aging and genetically edited babies will create a superclass of overmen. And we will see all of that happen in our lifetime, in Hormaxer's lifetime. And Hormaxer will use his money to grow 2 penises, I bet. But what will happen to the unwashed masses of the neat proletariat? To the sector? This is your future. Why the parasocial space is being pushed. And why sadly we will have a society of PPPs. With universal basic income, around what Aston is making now a month. You can't get a job because there are no jobs. Utopians will think you will self-improve or some crap like that. No, with no control mechanism, you and millions will degrade into their most basal instincts. Why making a Kino Casino clone could be your only career choice and why? You will own nothing. You will become a morbidly obese, chemically castrated lesbian-looking thing and you will be the happiest you ever been.